Hey, what's going on? This is Sue Peters, and you are listening to the Mompreneur Lifestyle Secrets Podcast. Here's the big question. As women, how can we have it all? Stay at home with our babies, bring in an income that lets us live a life full of passion and purpose, and maintain our health and self-identity along the way? This podcast is going to help give you that answer. Good morning, everybody. I hope you're having a wonderful week so far. So I'm super excited about today's topic. It's a fantastic topic. If you are actually watching on YouTube, you will see that I have some fun little decorations in the background there. I am trying to work on decorating my wall just a little bit. So I bought some really cute, graphics, and they have some awesome sayings on them. I think one is, it says motivate, ability, and attitude. Those are the three. And I'm going to be putting some shelves up. I bought some shelves, and I have paper for those that are listening. I have paper taped up on the wall, and they are like the size of the shelves exactly that I have that I'm going to be putting up. But I didn't know what kind of placement I wanted to have. Did I want to do a staircase or a staircase kind of look? Did I want to stagger them? I wasn't sure how I actually wanted to put them on the wall. So what I did is I took paper and I cut them the exact size of the shelves, and I taped them to the wall so that I could move them around and see what kind of look I wanted to have. So I think I've settled on this look. So if you're listening, I basically have two shelves, and then the one in the middle, so the two on the sides are the same height, and then the one in the middle is just a little bit lower. So I'm going to put a tall vase in the middle. And then the three graphics that I have, they're really pretty. You probably can't really see them either way, but so it has those three words on it, and then it has a little saying underneath it. And then it has a gold background. So it's white and gold in the background, really pretty. So I'm going to frame those, and those will be lined up straight across above the shelves. So, so I'm really excited about my decorative wall and getting to kind of spruce things up just a little bit. So I want to move on. Let's move on to today's topic, because this is such a really, really good one. And I really feel like this can give you a roadmap for uncovering your goals and getting on track and really achieving those goals. Because I feel like we pretty much always look at things and move forward with things backwards. And we're always focused on just the goal itself, right? So that's normally what our focus is. Did you meet the goal? Did you get to the goal? And if we don't achieve it, and if we don't get there, we tend to feel defeated, right? We are less of a person because we couldn't achieve that goal. And this is a big reason why a lot of New Year's resolutions, we set these big scary goals as our New Year's resolution for the year. And, we see ourselves not achieving that goal, and, it derails us and we fall apart, and then we quit and we stop, right? So we focus way too much energy on the goal itself as opposed to what it takes to get there and the process of achieving that goal. So I want to talk to you about, and you might have heard this concept before, because this isn't my brilliance. This is, I've seen this and I've heard this topic from several other, not influencers, but, experts in terms of, how to achieve things and, that type of thing. So, this topic is about the be, do, have model. Okay. So our goal is the have. That's the ultimate goal. That's the big picture. That's what it is that we want to achieve, is the have. What do we want to have, right? Do we want to have a 30-pound weight loss? Do we want to have $1 million in the bank? Do we want to have our own island, right? What is it that we want to have? What is that ultimate goal that we're shooting for? And you can have more than one. So what do we do to actually get there? Well, we have to rearrange how it is that we're looking at things. We're almost always focused on what we want to have. And that's what we keep looking at. All right. That's what on our vision board. That's, part of our affirmations. It's what we put in our journal. What do we ultimately want to have? So we've got to take a step back. Okay. And we need to start looking at, who do we need to be, and what do we need to do in order to have what we want to have. And most people do this very backwards. And they say, oh, you know what? Once I have what I want to have, then I will be who I need to be and do what I need to do, right? They look at it backwards. So once I have this, then I can do this and I'll be who I need to be, rather than looking at who do I need to be first and what do I need to do so that I can have what I want to have. Okay, so let's go through like an example. So think about something you want to have, and we'll use a weight loss example because this is a really fantastic example, and it's a very, very common goal that people have. So let's say you want to look at losing 30 pounds. That's a New Year's resolution that you set. That's a big goal that you have. You want to lose 30 pounds. So if we just simply focus on that 30 pounds, it's going to feel so big. It's going to feel like this massive goal and this mountain that we just cannot get there because it's so big and it's so far away. So instead of focusing on that goal, reverse this and let's think about, who do you need to be? What kind of person do you need to be in order to achieve that goal? Okay. Do you need to be more consistent? Maybe you need to be more willing to be prepared, maybe meal prep type of thing. Maybe you need to be somebody who cooks more. Someone who gets up a little bit earlier, someone who goes to bed at night at a more reasonable time to make sure that you're getting your sleep. So those are the things, that's the type of person that you would need to be. And so now let's take a step further and let's look at, what do you need to do? Like, what are the physical things that you're going to need to do every single day in order to be that person so that you can have that 30-pound weight loss goal? So what do you need to do? Maybe you need to create a consistent workout. Maybe you need to eat a little healthier. Maybe you need to even like dive into your food sensitivities and look at, are there foods that you're eating that your body just despises and does not fuel your personal body correctly, right? So maybe you have some deficiencies or things like that. Do you need to ditch soda? Maybe you're someone who drinks soda every single day. So do you need to ditch soda? Do you need to cut back on your sweets? Maybe you need to cut back on the wine every single day. Maybe you need to drink more water. Maybe you need to take the stairs at work as opposed to taking the elevator. Maybe you need to park further away when you go to the grocery store, or anytime that you are going to a parking lot. You park further away so that you can get more steps in and you're moving your body a little bit more. Maybe you need to cut back on Netflix at night and add in something a little bit more, like maybe just walking on the treadmill while you're watching a show or something like that. So these are the things that you need to do in order to be who you need to be so that you can have what you want to have. So you need to be that person first. Is this making sense? I hope it's making sense, because I really, really love this topic. And honestly, this is your roadmap to achieving any goal that you want to achieve, whether it's, a better marriage, whether it's, being a better parent, or, a goal that you have at work. Maybe you are looking for a specific promotion. There's something at work that you're wanting to achieve. Or if you have an online business, maybe there's something with your online business that you're looking to achieve. So this is literally any area in life. You can use this model as a roadmap to get you to that goal. So instead of know your goal, you have to know your goal first. Like, obviously you've got to know where you're going to go. You've got to know what it is that you want to achieve. Okay. But you can't just focus on that goal. You can't just look at that goal every single day and then this magic fairy dust will grant you your wish, right? It doesn't work that way. We have to be the person who we need to be first, and we have to do the actions and do the activities in order to achieve and make progress towards that goal. So another example, I'll share with me, one of the goals that I have a lot of different goals. I have business goals, I have personal goals, I have family goals. One of the goals that I have is I want to have, my kids are teenagers now. And my daughter's almost 16, which is just mind blowing to me. And my son is 14. So being teenagers, I know their hormones are going to be changing, and, we've got attitudes kicking in, and, all of the things. But I want to be a mom who has a very good relationship with their kids, right? I don't need to be best friends with my kids. Not while my kids are kids. When my kids are adults, we can be BFFs when they're adults, okay? My job now is not to get them to think I'm the cool mom, but to help them through this area of life. But I want to have a really good relationship with them through this season of their life. Okay. I want to have an open relationship. So what do I need to do, and who do I need to be as a mom in order to achieve that goal? Maybe I need to be a good listener, someone who like doesn't judge, when I'm hearing, different things. I need to be more patient and understanding, and, kind of grasp those emotional waves that they're going to be facing, through these teenage years and as they enter, early adulthood. So that's who I need to be, is, someone who's patient and kind and a good listener and non-judgmental. So what actions and what do I need to do in order to be that person? Well, maybe I need to show up, I need to recognize what they might be facing. I need to have conversations, even hard conversations. I need to be willing to take back my own thoughts and my own judgments towards what might be happening. And I need to, allow them to be who they need to be and help like really just understand what it is that they might be going through, and not judge, right? Like not really use my own experience, but let them be who they need to be and help them through this part of it. So I need to, maybe be a better listener, and I need to just be there, and I need to, share positivity, and, maybe write even little notes in their book bag, which I actually have done throughout the years. But like write the little notes and put them in their backpack, letting them know that they're beautiful and they are enough. And I love their effort. I text back and forth with my kids all the time, and I'm constantly telling them how proud I am of them. So maybe I need to do more of those things, put a sticky note on their mirror so that when they wake up in the morning, they see, a sticky note that says you are enough, or I love you, so maybe I need to do special things like that. One of the things that I would do with my daughter, she was a cheerleader, and she didn't cheer for football this season. She actually chose to get a job, which makes me very, very proud. But all through the years when she's been cheering, I am always like one of the parents that provides a meal for the girls when they have an away game and they're on the bus. And so one of the things that some parents would do like Jimmy John's and things like that, which is awesome. I would actually made sandwiches and have snacks and stuff myself, and I put them in baggies. And I would always put a little note inside the baggie. And I would usually have like 3 or 4 sayings, and I would just kind of do the same 3 or 4 and just kind of like, rotate it out throughout the sandwiches. So any of the girls would get like one of the 3 or 4 sayings I would have on there. And it would be something somewhat cheer related, like you did an amazing job or something like that. So I'd put like just, a little note, letting them know just how proud we are as parents of the girls. And I put that in their sandwiches because, when they're on the bus and, they're excited about a win or, feeling defeated about a loss, whatever it might be, I kind of hope that little note helps them feel more special, helps them realize like how proud we are as parents. And this past season, I thought it was just truly amazing because one of the girls told my daughter how much she loved the little note that she got, and she actually taped it up in her locker. Like, how special is that? Like that is just incredibly special. So in order to be, someone who has a very good relationship with their kids, maybe it's a matter of doing more things like that, helping them see that they really are amazing people, helping them keep that positive mindset, helping them realize that everybody goes through these bumps in the road as teenagers, and just being a good listener and being non-judgmental. So those are the things that I need to do in order to have that good relationship. So I hope this all makes sense. And so here I have some action steps for you guys today. I want to really help you, whatever goal it is that you have, really been thinking about, whatever's been on your heart and whatever's been in your head, however long, I really want to help you like take those steps to get to that goal. So, get a piece of paper and write down that big scary goal or goals that you're shooting for. Maybe it's something within your marriage, maybe it's with your kids, maybe it's your job, maybe it's within your business, whatever it might be, but write down the goals that you have been afraid of. And, the things that you really, really want in life, but you just don't know how to get there. It feels like this massive mountain and you just have no idea how to get there. Write it down. And then the very next step, number 2, I want you to write down who you need to be. Okay. Not what you need to do yet. We need to write down who you need to be. Maybe there's like some mentors that you see on social media, or mentors, maybe you read their books or you listen to their podcasts, or, you know who they are, whoever it is. Maybe there's mentors and you can just write down, like you have this vision of, that's who I need. That's who I want to be, is that person right there. They exemplify exactly what I see for my life. They exemplify who I really want to be. Like if I could just be them, if I could just be that. Okay. So, write down a few of the names of people that inspire you, people who you look at you look at them and you really think, gosh, if I could be like them, I know I could have anything in my life. Okay. So write it down. It helps give you a visual of, who it is that you really need to be. So this is part of that roadmap. So we're first going to write down the goal. What's that big, scary goal? Step number 2, we're going to write down who do you need to be. And maybe you're even writing down, a few things that, that person is. Maybe they are more consistent. Maybe they do get up at 5 a.m. every single day. Maybe they have this amazing morning process. Maybe they do, and they have things that they do, throughout the day or in the evening before they go to bed. So who is it that they need to be in order to achieve that goal? And then step number 3, I want you to write down the action steps. Like, what is it that you would think those mentors or those people do every single day that help them be that person so they can have everything in their wildest dreams? So what are the action steps that you think they need to do? Do they get up at 5 a.m. to work out? Do they eat healthy? Do they actually make home cooked meals every single day as opposed to picking up anything at all fast food? Do they drink lots of water? Do they not drink at all? Like, no, they don't drink alcohol. Do they volunteer in their area of life, in their society? Do they volunteer, like at kids places or hospitals or wherever the case is? Do they volunteer their time? Do they volunteer their voice? Do they share on social media? What are the things that you think that they do? Do they read personal development books every single day? Do they listen to certain types of podcasts every single day? Do they do a certain amount of personal development? Do they work on their mindset? Do they, chant different things in their head to keep positivity going and to keep negativity out? What are the things that they do every single day to help them be that person that they are so that they can have everything that they have? Right? So write those things down and just start with the big, scary goal, and then write down step number 2. You can either write down people that inspire you, the mentors that you look up to, or you can write down the things that exemplify who you want to be. And then step number 3, what are the action steps that you actually think you need to take in order to be that person? And I want you to focus way less on the achievement of that goal and focus more on who you need to be. We need to focus more on being people as opposed to, just the achievements. We put a lot of weight on achievement in our society, a lot. And, when we don't achieve that goal, when we don't get there, because, a lot of times it takes longer, like it doesn't happen the way we think it should. And when we just simply focus on that goal and that's all we're looking at, we can feel like less of a person when we're not achieving that goal and when we didn't get there. We don't put enough emphasis on who we are as people, right? Like, our value as people is not what we achieve, it's who we are. And so it's so important to, kind of take a step back, know the goal, see the goal, feel the goal, visualize the goal, know where you want to be. But at the same time, you have to just take a step back from that. And you have to focus far more on who you want to be and what you have to do in order to get there. If we just look at that goal, we're never going to take steps towards it. But if we focus on who we need to be and what we need to do, we're actually taking those steps every single day towards that goal. And suddenly that goal doesn't look like a mountain anymore. It looks like a hill. Suddenly that goal doesn't look like a hill anymore. It looks like, a street down the road. And suddenly that street down the road doesn't look like a street down the road anymore. It's the house next door. Does that make sense? So suddenly, before you know it, if you are who you need to be, and if you're taking those action steps every single day to be the person that you need to be, suddenly that goal is going to come within sight before you know it. And you are going to be taking those steps to get there. So let's start shifting, away from just focusing on all of the achievements. And I think this is important for our kids too, because the effort that we put in, I try to really focus with this on my kids. Like when I'm proud of all the achievements, my kids are straight A students. They do fantastic work. They really do work hard, and they've achieved a lot of different things in their lives so far. And I'm so, so proud of that. But more than anything, I am proud of the effort they put in to get there. And the effort is what's going to drive them through adulthood. So I really try to focus on helping them understand that, man, I am proud of the work that you put in today. I am proud of that effort that you put into studying. I am proud of the effort that you put into weightlifting, right? So I try to really focus on the words that I say, as opposed to being so proud, which I am, and I always say that as well. But I try to consistently talk about how proud I am of the efforts that they're putting in to XYZ. So I'm going to leave you with this today. You can be whoever you want to be if you have the courage to focus on who you need to be first. You can be whatever you want. You just have to have the courage to be who you need to be first. All right, you guys have an amazing day. I really hope you put this into practice, and I hope it helps you achieve your goals. Hey, thanks so much for listening. Don't forget to subscribe and leave feedback. Do you have a question for the show? Head over to mompreneurlifestylesecrets.com and leave me a recorded message. I'll play it live and answer your question right on the show.